Holy Father sent a letter expressing support for an American priest with a controversial ministry. Father James Martin put photos of the personal letter on social media, written in Spanish. The letter encourages the priest to continue his outreach to the same-sex attracted community. Father Martin has become a controversial figure due in part to his incremental departure from Catholic doctrine. And joining us now to talk more about this is Alejandro Bermudez, Executive Director of the CNA Aussie Group. Alejandro, great to see you. Thank you so much for your time today. For those that may not have seen the letter, tell us exactly what it said and what did the Holy Father say to Father James Martin in regards to his ministry?
Well, the letter is basically a response to a letter that Father Martin sent the Holy Father with pictures of his own, Father Martin's nephew, receiving confirmation and receiving the name or choosing the name of Francis as his confirmation name. And the pictures included one in which Father Martin's nephew has socks with pictures of the Holy Father, so that made the Pope laugh. But most of the letter was actually dedicated to a short PS that Father Martin included, which was asking the Holy Father to pray for an event that was organized by New Ways Ministry, which is an LGBT organization that claims to be Catholic, but that has been systematically denied Catholic identity by the U.S. bishops. So obviously, the Holy Father didn't know that, so he went on praising in general the ministry to people with same-sex attraction.
And as we mentioned, that letter was written in Spanish, and I understand that there was something unusual about one of the pronouns that the Holy Father used. What more can you tell us about that?
Well, in Spanish, male pronouns are completely inclusive. Those are the rules of the language. So if you want to say, just like in English, all, that will be completely inclusive, you only use the word todos. But in this time, the Holy Father used the word todos y todas, the masculine and the feminine, which is something that you don't use in Spanish unless you want to make a point of what it is known now with the concept of inclusion. So is as I said, unusual. And Father Martin, obviously, with no elements to understand that, just translated men and women, but that was not exactly the sense of it. But in general, it was a praising letter to what Father Martins do, not in the way he does it, I don't think it is the case, but in the fact that he is concerned by a number of Catholics that have same-sex attraction and that, according to the Catechism, have to be accepted and receive with charity.
Yeah, and Alejandro, I know a lot of people are probably wondering, right now, does this letter reflect on church teaching regarding same-sex attraction in any way? We know that Pope Francis really has been very clear about gender ideology.
Yes, the letter is in fact, Tracy, confusing for many people because it is what it is. It's definitely a letter of praise, but it's a personal letter and it doesn't touch in any way the teachings of the Catholic Church regarding the nature of homosexuality and the nature of homosexual relationship. Doesn't touch it in any way. They still stand. And the Pope has been clear that the teachings of the Catechism in anything that is related to sex, matrimony, and families is not only standing, but has to be proclaimed and defended by us Catholics.
And Alejandro, we probably have about maybe 30 seconds or so left, but I'm wondering if you have any final thoughts, and is there anything else that stood out to you in regard to this letter?
Well, when we published the story, Tracy, we got a lot of feedback from people who were expressing their anger or their confusion. And I would tell them, it is what it is. It is a personal letter. Father Martin has been, boasting about it in his social media. But we have to understand that even that suffering that confusion may produce is something that we can offer up, especially in a day like this of St. Peter and Paul, for the good of the Church and also for the Holy Father.
Yeah, well, Alejandro, thank you so much for coming on and for your analysis. We really do appreciate it. A lot of clarification there. Alejandro Bermudez, Executive Director of the CNA Aussie Group. Thank you again.